Hey there, drone fans. Today I'm back down in the Pine Barrens to test the obstacle detection and obstacle avoidance capabilities of the brand new Avata 360 drone. Now, this drone is incredibly sophisticated and provides some pretty impressive obstacle detection and obstacle avoidance features that make it essentially crash-proof. Now, I hesitate to even say that because I know the minute I do, somebody's going to go out and fly through the woods and they're going to run it right into a tree. But it has an incredibly good awareness of solid objects around it, and it can not only detect those objects so you don't run into them, but it can plot a path between them so you can actually navigate a complex environment. Now, I want to talk about obstacle detection versus obstacle avoidance. Now, obstacle detection is a pretty basic function that most drones have. It relies typically on a set of binocular visual sensors out the front of the drone that are constantly looking for solid objects in the flight path of that drone. And if they're detected, it will actually stop the drone before it runs into that tree or that wall. So it's a pretty basic feature that a lot of drones have, and it's not that hard to implement. Now, the Avata 360 has those visual sensors, but it also incorporates LiDAR out the front of the drone, which is great when you've got a mixed environment like behind me, where you've got areas that are light and areas that are dark. The LiDAR actually is really good in low light, and it enhances the visual sensors and gives you a much better coverage of the area in front of you when you're looking for a solid object. But in addition to that, DJI has added a technology to the 360 called APASS, which stands for Advanced Pilot Assistance System. And this is incredibly impressive software. And what it does essentially is, in conjunction with finding the solid objects, that software knows how big that Avata 360 is. So it's essentially drawing a digital bubble around the drone, and it knows when it's going through an environment, it's not only looking at the solid objects that it might run into and avoid those, it's looking for holes it can fit through. So behind me, I've got a very complex environment of trees. I'm going to fly that Avata 360 directly into those trees, and that APASS is turned on, and it's going to actually navigate between the trees and allow me to continue on my path. Now, in the software, you've got a couple of settings you can choose. So for example, you may not want to use APASS. So if you don't, just put it in brake mode, and what'll happen is, if it comes up on a solid object, it'll stop before it runs into it. But if you put it in bypass mode, that's when APASS kicks in, and that will navigate around those solid objects in the woods. Now, there is one more setting for APASS. Standard, which is what I use because it'll give those solid objects a wide berth so it doesn't get too close to them. But you can also put it into nifty mode. Now, nifty mode, kind of a cool name. Nifty mode takes a lot more risk. It gets a lot closer to those objects. It makes it a smoother flight path, but you take the risk of actually catching a branch or nicking something on the way through the woods. So when you use nifty mode, make sure that you're sure that you can retrieve your drone. And that's something else I should say. Make sure you have the Find Me feature turned on so that if your drone does clip a branch on the way through the woods, you can get in there and find your drone. So make sure you do that. All right, so what I'm gonna do for this test, and I'm nervous as can be because I haven't tried this yet, is behind me, I've got a very complex set of woods here, a forest almost, where there's a lot of trees. And all I'm gonna do is put the Avata 360 up in the air, and I'm gonna fly at full speed through those woods, and we'll see how it does. And I'll actually do a recording as well to show you. All right, so the Avata's over there. Let me spin up the props. Let me get it up in the air.
Takeoff.
All right, here we go.
Home point updated.
All right, let me start the recording. All right, so it's already giving me grief about the trees. And I have this in bypass mode, and I'm not in nifty mode, so I'm just in regular bypass mode. Let me gather my thoughts here. All right, here we go. Oh man, oh man. Oh my goodness. Whoa, it just about clipped that tree. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Oh man, I'm telling you, I could have not flown the drone between those trees the way APASS did. And I know I sound like a kid here, I'm giddy, because I can't get past this technology. All right, now one thing I don't trust is the LiDAR's out the front. And we're in the afternoon, there's a lot of dark areas out there. Normally I would back out of the woods and let the sensors take over and navigate between the trees. But in this case, I don't think so. I'm gonna come back using the LiDAR on the front. All right, let me see, am I close? Yeah, I'm pretty close. All right, I'm gonna come back out. Keep an eye on those woods, let's see where it pops out. Oh my goodness. It's coming right back. Oh, there's a tree. Watch the tree. Here it comes. It's over there. Oh, this is so beautiful. All right, here it is. Just to show you that it made it out okay. Look at that. There's the drone. It came out all right. Hey, buddy. How you doing? All right. Let me land her, and then I can talk a little bit more about it. All right, so when I talk about DJI being this incredibly cool company that comes up with a lot of technology and really is brilliant in the way they design things. Can you imagine the engineering team that put this together that said, we have an autopilot feature called APASS that are going to allow our flyers to actually send a drone through an incredibly complex area, and we're going to think about where those solid objects are in that environment. We're going to avoid those. That's not hard to do. We can brake if you want us to brake, but that's kind of basic stuff. No, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to give them a feature called APASS, where we're not only going to analyze the solid objects, we're going to analyze the open spaces between those solid objects so that when they fly in there, when Rick puts that drone in the woods, it's going to know where those holes are. It's going to find those holes and it's going to fly right through them, just like you saw me do here a second ago. So for me, APASS is one of those features that I turn on every time. I put it in bypass mode. Every now and then I'll go into nifty mode as well if I'm trying to get a really smooth video and it's not that complex an environment. But for me, when you look at a feature like APASS, any DJI drone that has that, it's just a notch or two above everybody else. So for me, that's a great feature you're definitely going to want to look for. And that's all I really had for today. So I'm happy that it made it through the woods. I didn't have a lot of doubt that it would, but pretty cool feature. So thanks an awful lot for watching. I hope you found value in this clip. I know it was a short one, but I wanted to show you how APASS works on the new Avata 360. I've got a ton more content coming, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button down there in the corner and join this Drone Valley family because we have so much technology to talk about this summer. I've got the new anti-gravity drone. I'll be reviewing that one. I also have a couple other tricks up my sleeve that you'll probably see in a month or so. There's a lot of shenanigans going on right now with trying to get stuff into the States from different countries, but I got a lot of stuff coming. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for all your support on the channel. And until next time, as always, happy flying.